Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Welcome to the show. I'm good. How are you? This is For Exposure, your weekend independent wrestling, love wrestling talk show thing with me and Blair. What's up, Blair? What's new and exciting, buddy?
Not much. Oh, right off the bat. Couldn't even get a minute in.
Couldn't even say hello. What's
Just
up?
ban him from the studio.
Oh my god! And then speaking of which, did we forget to put the new overlay on? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie doodle.
What are you doing? What are you doing here, Big Bad Boris with the blue mustache?
Well, see, I would have gone away with it if it hadn't been for your medicine. See, no, I just rolled out of bed and saw that you guys were firing up. It's 8:00 a.m. It's still dark out here in Edmonton, Alberta, and I know you're talking to GCW, and I'm excited for that show. So I thought I would pop in. If you'd rather I didn't, I can leave.
Oh, let's do the damn thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Morning.
We just didn't realize it's so early for you, Boris.
I'm.
Are you drinking a PBR already? Is that
no. It's an energy drink.
Okay.
No, I'm on 4 a.m.s now is my new shift. So I have slept in for 6 hours already because I usually get up about 2:30. So yeah, I've slept in.
Yes.
Hey, that's okay.
Yes.
And I'm super psyched for this GCW show. I think they're getting it right this time. So I wanted to kind of hang out and chat with you guys if that's okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that's always okay. We were just surprised. We're like, oh, hey, it's Boris.
Mm-hmm.
It's Big Bad Boris.
No, I believe the terms "he should be banned from the studio" was used before you were pleased and happy that it was Big Bad Boris.
Well, listen. The views that are expressed by Blair Pacheco are those of Blair Pacheco and not a PLUGGO headquarters here.
Blair, I know it's all love, brother. I know it's all love.
It is. I even thought of you. I have something that I'll send your way if when I can get proper packaging for it. So it might be 5 months from now, but I do have something with intentions to send to you.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you.
So usually during this portion of the show, we don't talk about professional. We talk about what's new and exciting in our lives. What's new and exciting in your life, Boris?
Besides the 4 a.m. shift, I was supposed to go to Calgary to visit my mom today, but we got bad snow the past couple of days, and the highway between Calgary and Edmonton is not great when it snows. So that's not happening. So we're just going to sit on our butts and watch football. Nice. No SNL tonight still, but next week we're going to play Botchamania Roulette. I'm so excited. We've loaded all 503 episodes of Botchamania on the big wheel, and we're going to spin it and play whichever ones come up until we decide we don't want to do it no more. That'll be next Saturday night. So I'm excited for that.
There is
very small slivers.
I can show you the wheel if you like, but yes, Blair, you were saying
there is an episode of Botchamania that has my commentary on it. So
nice. That's cool.
Was it really?
Yeah, there's a clip from a WPW show that was on there because the table kept not.
That is amazing. And you're just like, this table is strong as an ox.
No, I can't remember what I said, but it's up there. It's out there. So check it out.
Botchamania Roulette sounds amazing. Amazing per our friend Dan Brown. I agree, Dan. Oh yeah, that is.
So and just for research, we spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Which has my face on it, which, for better or worse. And if this was next Saturday, we would watch at first episode 473. And then we would continue on from there.
Spin the wheel, make the wheel.
I think
Boris
it's
is becoming quite the wizard. This SNL is becoming quite the program.
No, Dustin is the wizard. Dustin's the wizard. He made that. He also made the opening for my new another new game we're going to play, which is it Action Andretti or is it Jack Hartwheel? Because I believe they're the same person.
Let's see. Hey, Dan said that episode 473 is his favorite episode of Botchamania.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. You got a fan in Dan. You got a fan in Dan.
I can't remember which episode
Botchamania Roulette made Dan your new best friend. And that's the singing talented portion of For Exposure. Oh yeah, I try.
I
tell that to my mother who doesn't believe in me. No, I'm just kidding. My mother believes in me. Hi, Mom.
I thought of you the other day because I was flipping through comedic movies, and there was one that I came across that I was like, Pluggo probably likes this, but I can't remember what it is now.
Wow, way to just forget about me.
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't even care.
Hey, now you're an all-star.
You're our star.
I think.
Is it Jack? Is it action? Who's the one with all the traction? Nobody knows, but maybe you will. Guess you're right for the thrill. Nobody knows, but maybe you will. Guess you're right for the thrill.
Some guys are playing chess and some guys are playing checkers. I don't know which one of them I am, but I'm one of them.
You're playing, is it action or is it Jack?
I think I'm playing Tiddlywinks or something.
Boggle.
No, I'm not
Playing,
smart enough for Boggle.
Playing what does it mean? Whose meme is it? What is that? It's that like meme game with the cards.
Oh yeah. What do you meme?
What do you mean?
What do you
I think that's what
mean?
You're playing Trouble. You're playing Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Ooh.
this.
Was that the one with the little bubble? You go. Psh.
That was Trouble. Yeah, Trouble. You'd hit the bubble, and then you'd have to get all of your little guys. It's similar to Sorry, but Sorry was a little different.
A lot of those games were like very similar with like one small difference.
Yeah.
Like
Of course.
they
But
knew
all
to
hit.
like, yeah, they knew to really like stretch out that market. They ringed it for everything they could.
Candyland, Shoots and Ladders,
Yeah.
Mouse
The game of
Trap,
life.
Game of Life, Monopoly.
You know, as a kid, you're so jacked up to play the game of life, and then you get going in life, and you're like, "Man, this game sucks."
Yeah, I'm bad at this game.
Well, that's some philosophy right there from Blair this morning.
Philosophy with Blair on 4 Exposure.
Philosophizers. So, where do we want to start this week?
Before
I
we
know we
start,
got the People versus GCW big show. We got the Oil Rumble next Friday. We've got Tidbits, Tiddlywinks.
hold on. Before we start,
Oh.
this past week I saw a trailer for a movie that I need to talk about because I love my action movies. You know, like I love Jason Statham movies. The guy, how could you not? He's got a new movie coming out. Last year he came out with The Beekeeper, where, as you may guess, he was a beekeeper and he kicked a whole lot of, derriere. This year he's got a movie called A Working Man. Oh,
A working man.
Don't play it, Blair. No. Okay, he's a movie called A Working Man, a very blue collar guy, and
Yeah.
keeper. Spoiler alert! This is your spoiler alert. So if you don't want to hear, turn down the audio. I'll give you a thumbs
How
up.
are you spoiling a movie that hasn't came out yet?
Beekeeper came out last year. The Beekeeper. Here's the spoiler. So turn off the audio. It dealt with like cybersecurity and like people like scamming old people out of money, and he got down to the bottom of it. He kicked a whole lot of ass on the way. Well, A Working Man deals with human trafficking. Jason Statham is targeting the hard-hitting topics of today via action movies, and I'm here for it. It's going to kick a whole lot of derriere. I'd say the other word, but still got another minute.
You already said it. You already said it.
Said what?
I'm watching the trailer. I'm watching the trailer.
Go,
He's kicking.
Yeah, you go. I'm watching the trailer, and he's kicking a whole lot of ass, and then you go.
I didn't say it.
I
he's
did. I
kicking
think
a whole lot of butt with a metal bucket.
totally
This is
did.
going to be great.
Oh well.
And then you're like derriere, because I know derriere sounds worse than ass. Let's be honest.
It does.
Anyway.
And if you're a farmer, you can say smell
But
or
if you're
derriere.
if you're a fan of the show and you want to help support us now that we've been demonetized by Blair Pacheco's actions, please leave a super chat, a thumbs up, a like, a share, a comment. Tell your friends to come join us. All that fun stuff, so that we can keep the lights on here at Love Wrestling. So Spencer will stop ripping his beautiful molted hair out.
You know what? Just for that, I'll take care of this. Okay, so.
Yeah, I haven't been paid for
yeah,
the Oil Rumble,
I don't
so
think. I don't think I've ever seen a Jason Statham movie. I don't think that's ever happened.
Is he the one that has a very particular set of skills, or is that
No, that's Liam Neeson and Taken.
There you go. Right. I have a very particular set of skills. I will find you.
Okay, hold on. I'm just doing this. I love all those movies. Like Taken, I love the fact that it was released everywhere else in the world before like North America. And then people caught wind of it and they're like, hey, this movie actually really rules. Like via
Did he get
online.
to keep his bees? Per Spencer, he wants to know if Jason Statham got to keep his bees. Or did he have to give them up in the ass-kicking sesh? Did he lose them in a bet? In the derriere sesh.
Sorry.
Did Jason Statham lose those bees in a card game and have to win them back by fighting the mob? Because the mob realized there was a lot of money in honey.
Just making sure I spell all this right for.
And then there's some damsel in distress that he saved from the mob's clutches, and he wins the girl and his bees, and everything is sweet like honey.
Sorry, I'm just making up for my indiscretion earlier when I said profanity.
You better watch out. There's a lot of buzz here around me.
Oh, that's good.
Listen here. Either you give me my bees back, or you're going to get stung.
Oh,
okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Hey, whoa. At first I thought that's at $300. I was like, damn, Blair. It ain't that serious.
And it gets pinned in the chat for at least 5 minutes. So we're going to leave it up there. Deal with
Jason State Fan Club. Listen, I may know the stripes of bees, but these mobsters, they're stripes of a different color.
There's a guy who does TikToks who is like just does Jason Statham impressions, and they're great. Love it. Okay,
listen, baby. You want to be my queen bee? Let's fly to the hive.
The guy just likes having like movies that are, can be jobs. Like transporter, beekeeper. He's just a working man.
Wendy's employee.
When was he a Wendy's employee?
So what you're saying
that's in 2025, dude.
No.
Jason Statham in Burger King.
You're saying he's just a common man working hard with his hands.
Yes, that's what I was getting at.
Okay, good.
I hope that the next like 2026, he tackles like climate change or something.
All right, before we dive into GCW, you guys remember back in the day when the Xbox partnered up with Burger King and they gave you the Sneak King game with you bought like a Whopper meal? Yeah, Jason Statham is the Sneak King. Sneaks around and you sneak around and you just like steal Whoppers. Only he sneaks around and Whoppers butts.
He did have one movie called Crank, where he was injected with a drug that like he had to keep his heart rate elevated. So he's like crushing energy drinks or like whatever to keep himself like going. It had Loverboy on the soundtrack. Fantastic.
Come on, man. Fantastic. What song was it?
Turn Me Loose.
Oh, that's a banger.
Yeah.
The boss sent us a TikTok in the DM. We could probably play that on here. Jason Statham is
this is the guy. This is the TikTok he said is the guy I'm talking about. This guy's TikTok.
Lauren said that Jason Statham on my burner. Thanks for being a fan, mate. Oh, it's Jason Statham on his burner.
Oh,
Jason Statham in Kindergarten Cop 2.
You know what? That movie would probably go hard.
And what does he do?
Boy,
Daddy's home.
It's not a tumor.
Jason Statham is independent wrestler.
Jason Statham is the hammer.
And he goes around making towns, eating hot dogs, and dominating fools, talking to Big Bad Boris.
Jason Statham's gonna play Jared Rogers in the Wily Veteran movie.
Yes. And then
now Boris it's time for me to get my shit in.
Boy. I'm the wily veteran.
Yes.
Bro. Okay, so I guess we'll talk about GCW now. Yep.
You're his wily sidekick, Boris. That like
Looks
comedic
like it's
relief.
time to Hammerstein.
There we go. Okay.
We'll try not to go over time, but I can't
Ooh.
promise anything.
GCW. We'll kick things off.
GCW versus Kick Out the World. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead, Blair. I'll stop.
It's time for us to go.
That's okay. You guys go as long as you want. We got a hard out at 10, so if we don't get through everything, we don't get through everything.
Oh, we got like an hour and 45 minutes then.
No,
This
we got 45.
I know.
This stream will explode at 10 a.m. if we do not get out of here. 11 a.m. on the East Coast. So get your pumps going. It's time to crank out some GCW versus the people.
Guilty.
That hurts my throat. Blair hates us.
I think I am banned now.
Okay, you guys want to talk GCW now?
I'll mute myself.
No, you don't have to do that.
Yes,
Ready?
we want to talk GCW.
Okay. So we've got Megan Bain versus Atticus Cogar, and I want to start off with this one and then the next one, partially because Zach did a great job with the video graphics on these, and also that like these are the two that I feel like have very big kind of points behind them, and especially with Megan Bain showing up on Dynamite this past week, like
Yeah.
part of me wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden Megan Bain got pulled from the GCW show just because Tony Khan could do whatever he wanted.
The one
Well,
thing
the story
that, the one
goes
thing that
that
Megan Bain has, the one thing that Megan Bain has going for her is that she's not Ricky Starks.
Yes, 100%.
So she'll probably be okay.
If we're to believe what the internet says, she's been signed for a while, and this, so this would be on the books for a while. But how great does she look on Dynamite? Awesome. And I love the storyline for this. I love Atticus Cogar. I love the videos and the way he handles the social media and stuff. I think he's the one who should have walked out with the title at the last Hammerstein show, but they dropped the ball on that one. But this is going to be fun.
Like, I do think that this will ultimately be Bain's sort of send off from GCW. And I do think she'll end up with AEW full time after this. And I kind of get the idea that after this, we may transition to like a Cogar Janela feud out of it, just because of the history of Janela Bain, and then he's still going to be in GCW. So why wouldn't you? And I'd be into that. I feel like there is some history there from previous years with 440 and stuff, but I could just be making that up. I can't remember. So.
440 had problems with everybody, so I mean,
yeah, but Cogar was a part of them, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I do kind of think that's where we're going to head to afterwards. So, but
Megan Bain's last hurrah, GCW.
Yes.
Does she get the win? Yes.
Looks like it's time for me to change the game. And no, she does not get the win.
No.
It's your fault. You left up the graphic where it says Jason Statham fan club.
Yeah, I'm just getting my money's worth.
Hells yeah, you are.
Yeah.
If you want to get your money's worth, consider leaving a super chat like Blair did.
Josh Barnett versus the debuting Tom Pestock.
This was announced, by the way, this was announced Monday night right before Raw. Loved it.
I hate
the world for a little bit.
I hate the real name thing just because it takes away some of the mystique. It's like all of a sudden, when if you had to start calling Taz Pete, the human suplex machine Pete, it loses a little bit of luster. But I think it's cool to see him start to do some work on some of the indies. Apparently, he has like some sort of MMA background type thing.
Brazilian
and a gold gloves boxer. Yeah,
and that means a gold gloves boxer winner.
So I'm interested to see him in a new setting because I've only ever seen him in WWE that I have anyway. So it'll be interesting to see him with the gloves off, no pun intended, and see what he can do here.
This was one of the spots that I wanted to see the formerly known Baron Corbin, Tom Pestock, make a appearance. Wasn't a GCW type setting because I thought not to the extent of Cardona, but he could live up that like former WWE wrestler that the GCW fans don't like. But then he took it one step further and he entered Bloodsport, which I think is going to be dope, and I think it's going to be a good fit for him. So I'm excited.
It's like
Bloodsport does sound like a Jason Statham movie.
it is a pretty packed card, like especially with gimmicks, with all of that stuff. Because I mean, you've got Charles Mason versus Richard Holiday in a steel cage match. So I mean, right then and there, you know, like I think this is going to be a long show.
Yeah,
I'm getting the feeling that
thinking
it's
4
going to be
hours.
long.
Yeah.
Yes, which
Starts at 7, which is nice, but it is going to be long. You're right.
which is to me is too long.
And there is a pre-show,
Yes.
which they just announced that'll be streaming on YouTube, and they said there will be matches. I don't know what that means, but so yeah. This whole Richard Holiday feud thing, I don't know. As soon as there was murders involved, it got silly to me, and I'm just kind of not invested in it. It's going to be a fun match and all that kind of stuff, but I think this one they went a little bit too over the top with. I could see this maybe opening the show. That way they have. Oh no, if they're doing a pre-show, they can't. Because I thought if they would just have the cage set up to save some time and do that first, and then
they could start, because the pre-show, I mean, you have a couple matches after the last match. You could give yourself enough time to do that. So
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I could see that.
David saying a steel cage match in the Indies sounds awesome. They can be pretty awesome. Especially GCW does pretty well with them.
Yeah, and there's actually quite a few promotions that do steel cage matches out there. Destination Pro in Thief River, they have a cage. I know Time Bomb Pro's done some, and CWE, who runs all through Canada, they actually invested in a cage, and they're doing a tour bringing the cage all across Western Canada and Eastern Canada.
It's a very cumbersome, expensive, pain in the butt thing. We had one for PWA, and it was very expensive. We didn't use it a lot. I believe it's now in Chic Akbar Shabaz's backyard, and tree roots have grown through it. So I don't know if we can get it out of there. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool thing on the indies because you don't see it a lot, but it's a pain in the butt for the company to deal with the thing.
Jack and Juicy.
We also have. We spoke of Janela earlier, but he's going one-on-one with Masato Tanaka. Tanaka returning to the Hammerstein. I'm all about this. I think these two are going to have a fantastic match. It's not going to be your work rate match, but it's going to be entertaining.
This is going to be a lot of head droppies and concussions. Tanaka can still go, and yeah, this one's going to be fun.
I did enjoy Steven Richards, Big Stevie Cool, commenting about match storytelling, and talked about how you don't remember Tanaka and Awesome for the moments in the story they told or some crap like that, and everyone's like, yeah, but it's a cool match. You remember all these great spots from the match,
But I think them doing that and beating the holy hell out of each other kind of was the story.
Yeah. To me, it was a great. I loved what they did. So I think it's just matches. Complaining for the sake of complaining.
That's my job.
We have Los Desperados. You got Gringo Loco, Arez, and Jack Cardwheel versus Super Crazy, Tajiri, and Little Guido. My match of the night right here. I'm hyped for this.
Now, are you sure that's Jack Cartwheel? Or
yes, that could be. That could be Action Andretti. No one knows for sure. If I was doing this, I would have found a way to have Tajiri and Crazy on opposite teams. And then I would have that match go for 6, 7, 8 minutes, and then have them both tagged in and standing across from each other in the middle of the ring at the Hammerstein and watch the place go crazy. That's what I would have done, because there's such a memory of ECW and their rivalry. I would have put them on opposite sides, but it's going to rule either way. I'm a big Arez guy. I'm a big Gringo Loco guy. Super Crazy is looking a little... I mean, he's been around a long time. He's not going to be the same guy. Tajiri, I haven't seen work in a while, so I don't know. But Guido still looks good. So, yeah, this should be fun.
And Blair loves him some Guido, Little Guido. That's why it's his match of the night. That's the only reason.
Little Guido and Tajiri. I love those two. So
that'll be a fun one. That's going to be a fun 6.
This show actually has 2 of my dream interviews, people that I would It's my goal to talk to these two.
Wow,
one of them is Little Guido. One of them is Little Guido. I've chatted with you already. I've reached that goal.
You're old news now.
No, it's everyone is coming up to your level. It's bringing other people up to the level of PLUGGO.
I like that.
I'm already worried you're going to big time me, bro. So
I ain't big time and nobody. I'm small potatoes.
You're
over
big
here,
time
my
in
man.
everyone. Big time in everyone. Damn it. Gonna forget about me.
Never.
But
Why does everybody think that?
Homicide, Grim Reaper, and the Amazing Red versus Tony Depp and Kerry Morton and Griffin McCoy. Amazing Red is the other person that is a dream interview for me. So just throw out some contact info, Amazing Red. I'll reach out to you. But like, you've done a very good job of not leaving.
Does he not run House of Glory? Could you contact through House of Glory?
Yeah, but I feel like he'd never get it.
Fair enough. Can you throw that graphic back up again? I don't know if I am aware of this match. That's rad. That is super,
And
like
COGs for real
like,
effing pros.
Ring of Honor type stuff. Tony Deppen, fantastic heel. I'm a big Kerry Morton guy. I love Kerry Morton. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Shout out to Tony Deppen, who's going to be in Quizflex on Tuesday.
Well, if you had the proper background on right now, then everybody would be able to see that.
I know. Mia culpa, Zach. It's on me. I saw it and I forgot to upload it. I'm a dope.
I should take blame too because I've been doing graphics and stuff. So
yesterday when I did all of the stuff to get our like links and everything set, I should have doubled back.
I didn't upload it. They put it in there for me. I didn't upload it. Oh, okay. Maybe they think I'm so dense that they do it for me.
No, maybe it is in here and I just haven't put it on the screen yet. Relax.
And Grim Reaper looks good too. That's going to be. I don't see it in the overlay section. That's going to be a fun match. That's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wasn't aware of that one.
Let's see. We also have. Well, this one comes with some added.
I mean, we have the only overlay that matters.
Excellent. I wish they could just get past their petty differences.
Or we also have this overlay.
I was just looking for that one.
Oh yeah, that's new to me as well.
Here we go. Effie versus Alley Catch. The winner is going to face Mance Warner for the GCW World Championship in the main event. There's a lot of bad blood here. And I'm not talking about the Taylor Swift song.
I think they've done
not talking about the Taylor Swift song either.
They've done a really good job in building this one up with having people on commentary, also, and the videos and stuff that they've done. I've quite enjoyed Ali's heel run. I think a heel to believe that they're right and kind of have ways to back that up is always good. And doing a great job. I think this is how Effie's going to end up walking out with the belt, but I wish there was a way for Atticus. Does Cole Radrick still have the brass ring of doom as well?
I think so.
I believe so, but he also has a tag team title shot. We'll talk about that later. But Allie and Effie,
yes,
we talk about it all the time, man. I didn't ever want this to happen, but it happened. They're broken. They're fighting. I don't know who I want to challenge Mance. I think and I don't want to say this in the negative because we love Effie, but we've seen the Effie Mance thing a few times now. Like maybe give Allie that shot with the newfound heel, newfound motivations. Maybe she goes a little further than Effie might be willing to go to get the win here is what I'm thinking. So then we'll get Allie versus Mance here later on that night. But if I'm Mance Warner, I come right after and say, let's do it right now.
Yeah, let's do the damn thing.
Because whoever wins is going to say, yep, let's go right now. And then they're not at 100%. That's what
I got to throw a support behind Allie. I mean,
Effie is not going to like this when he sees it.
I'm sorry.
We're all team
They're both
Allie
quality
here.
individuals too. I enjoy both of them very much.
Great people.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know.
When the title's at stake, it doesn't matter if you're a great person.
No. I think Allie has, there's so much anger that'll be coming from Effie that it's gonna do him dirty.
Do him dirty.
Yes.
And the title's at stake. Doesn't matter if you're a good person as long as you're a beekeeper.
Matt Cardona versus
question marks back.
We don't know.
Question mark is a quality wrestler. You don't sleep on question mark. Question mark is underrated in the IWC community. Deserves the respect on their name.
Who do we think this is going to be?
If the former Baron Corbin wouldn't be in Bloodsport,
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought this would be the perfect spot for him.
Call
Who
me
else is-
crazy.
Who's
Call me
new?
crazy.
Okay.
The first person I thought of when I saw that question mark was how wild would it be if it was Ricky Starks?
I thought about that too.
Like all that shit was just some big, like, here's the big moment at Hammerstein. We're going to do it here.
I'm trying to think of who else is like newly available, and maybe it'll be Shane McMahon or Hulk Hogan.
I think that we're going to see somebody that Matt Cardona faced off with last
Hulk
year.
Hogan is not newly available.
No. Well, he's always available now, so and he can stay that way.
Somebody that Matt Cardona faced off with last year.
Yes. And it wasn't on a GCW show. I think the mystery person is going to be one Adam Copeland.
Really?
Ooh.
What about?
I think that there is. I joked earlier about TK pulling Megan, but I do think that there is some sort of, I don't want to say agreement, but maybe,
Business is business.
Yes. And I think
and you
that
also
this would be
gotta-
something that it would get some interest going too. So why not?
What about
and I
a
don't
face
wanna-
turning Jimmy Lloyd?
That could. I don't know if that's question mark worthy. I think that's a big angle that you got to play worthy.
Yeah, fair.
You got to
What do
play
you think,
that
Michael?
angle up. Let's think about this. Like you mentioned Copeland, and he's obviously an AEW contracted talent. The TNA WWE partnership this week that got announced, that made official. Why wouldn't AEW say, "Hey, let's figure this out, GCW. Let's maybe work together, get some buzz going both ways." Because now the team, you know what I mean? Maybe they do that. I don't know.
Because
I would be shocked if it was Ricky Starks, but that's what I want. Like, I feel like if you could figure out a way to have that conversation and be beneficial for everybody, this would be the spot to do it.
What about
Other
a Tommy
than that-
End, Malachi Black, Alistair Black? I know he's
there you go.
under
He could
contract
be-
but leaving. I don't know how that all works out, but
Yeah.
it's fun to speculate though. I like question mark man is always fun.
Maybe it's Chelsea Green.
Maybe. Oh, I just had a thought. Hear me out on this now. I just broke the case. It is going to be making his Hammerstein debut, Matt Cardona against the Invisible Man. That's not preposterous at all.
He just fights
And I
himself.
think Matt Cardona
I don't
could
think
do it so well.
he could, but I don't think you can advertise that as like a mystery thing. I think people would be disappointed.
Maybe that's more of a Chicago.
It's got to be big, especially
Hammerstein.
given
Yeah.
the way GCW's last Hammerstein show went. According to them,
Mhm.
you got to blow this out of the
It
water. And
wasn't
if that
great. It really wasn't great.
if that vacant spot or that question mark is not something massive, then people are going to be disappointed. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
so I think it's got to be a name, but I do
A name you
appreciate
know.
the thought. But
it's going to be bad boy.
I don't see the graphic, but there is a GCW tag title match. Violence is Forever versus Alec Price, Cole Radrick. Is this the end of the Violence is Forever tag title reign?
I think so, and they've done a really good job over the past few shows of building this matchup as well with Violence is Forever on commentary and stuff like that. Dominic Arini's voice does not match his look. It's very funny when you hear him talk, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I think Dominic Arini is a fantastic wrestler, but his voice does not match him. But yeah, they've done a really good job building this one up too, and I think this is the big win for the Garbage Daddies. I love Alec Price. There's an interview here on Love Wrestling somewhere on this YouTube channel with him that you guys could check out. But yeah, this one's going to be good. It's going to be a good show. Damn, I'm excited.
Blair did that interview.
Did you?
Yes.
Good for you, Blair Pacheco. You handsome bastard, you. Why are you laughing at me?
The way
I
you
only
said
watch
it,
my
you
own
were like,
stuff.
"That's fair." He only puts his own stuff on.
Actually,
But no,
I don't
think
even
it's a
watch
huge
my own
moment
stuff.
for the Garbage Daddies in Hammerstein. The pop that would be huge if they want it. It's more. We associate GCW more with Cole Radrick and Alec Price than we do with Violence is Forever, but Let's go.
And in fairness, if I watched every single inch of content that we put out here at Love Wrestling, I'd have to quit my job because we are pumping out so much quality stuff.
You should do that. You should quit your job and just watch our content.
Okay. You want to send me $20?
Right, that was easy.
$20 American. I could live on that for a month.
We've got a DLC match for the vacant GCW Ultraviolent Championship. Maki Ito also got added to this match, so it'll be a title unification match. Matt Tremont, Brandon Kirk, Matthew Justice, Rina Yamashita, Dr. Redacted, John Wayne Murdoch, Drew Parker, and now Maki Ito. Who's walking out with the title? How many doors are getting broken? Who's getting hurt the worst? This match will be for the ones that like violence.
Now this is in New York, right? I didn't know you could do like it's not gonna be like a death match.
No.
Match. That's what people need to remember is the New York State Athletic Commission is very much stringent with things. So you're not going to see glass, you're not going to see barbed wire, you're not going to see a kind of traditional GCW death match, but you see your doors and your ladders and lots of crazy spots. My gut feel good story is Brandon Kirk, but I think I'm wrong. This is going to be fun, though. Mm-hmm. I could see them maybe opening with this.
I mean, it's very good to mention. Like, don't expect the thumbtacks, don't expect the blood, all of that. You'll just see chair shots, tables being broken. I'm sure there'll be ladders involved, all of that fun stuff. Like, that's what you're going to get with this one.
No skewers to the forehead or pizza cutters, just good old fashioned fun. Give me John Wayne Murdoch, man. Yeah. He's due. Yeah. He's due. The Duke of Hardcore. Let's go.
Hell yeah. I'll go Dr. Redacted. Why not?
Yeah. Will Sawyer Wreck be there to present said championship that she?
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Because she did. So. I think she did say. I did think she did say she would be there in her speech to hand over the championship because she's stepping away. So maybe that'd be a cool little moment.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Interesting.
And we have a whole cast of characters that will also be advertised there. You've got, if he decides to head up from the casino, Sabu will be there. PCO.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ricky Morton. A young upstart Ricky Morton. By
Rock and roll. Yeah. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Violent J. And Zeta Steel has also been announced for.
Oh, I didn't know that either. My goodness. The hits just keep on coming.
Yeah.
So. It'll be a good time.
Mm-hmm. I think that.
And if you want more GCW versus the People chatter, come hang out with us on Twitch for Saturday or Sunday at 7. I'm gonna watch along with it. You guys are more than welcome to come.
I might pop in for a little bit. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. I crashed my own watch party because nobody came.
That's always my biggest fear on Wednesday night is I'm just going to be sitting there because I did the first couple alone and I think I was boring people. But, it is what it is.
I mean,
well, it's that time in the show. Everybody's favorite time. Hey, it's Blairs Tidbits.
Tidbits! Tidbits! Tidbits, Blairs. Tidbits, Blair. Beep, boop, bop. Tidbits.
That's tremendous.
Love it.
Shout out to the King, Dustin, who not only made that, then we said, where's the beep boop bop? And he made another one and put the beep boop bop in there at a perfect time.
He's a great human being.
We had briefly talked last week because the Jersey J Cup has started to announce competitors. A few more were announced this past week. So Rich Swan is going to be there. Gabe Kidd's going to be there, which I think we talked about last week. And Clark Connors also got announced. So I do like that some of these New Japan wrestlers are getting more involved with, the indies. So we got that.
Last year's Jersey J Cup was one of my favorite, 2 shows of the whole year in terms of indie wrestling quality. I loved that weekend. So this shaping up to be more of the same.
And it's a slower week for Tidbits. Also wanted to bring this one out. We'll do a full preview the week before the show. But Swerve Strickland is returning to Defy for their 8-year anniversary show.
He kind of looks like Solo in that picture. Am I wrong?
Solo Sikoa?
Yeah. No?
He's got the look, yeah. No.
In the
Solo didn't say
mouthful
nothing.
region? No? Am I racist
Solo
now?
didn't say nothing yesterday. I was gonna say Defy loves returning Swerve. That's their Roman Reigns is coming back.
Yeah, I don't mind. I like it.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I'm just saying.
He's over like Rover.
I'm into it.
Woof, woof.
Coming up next week, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, LPW the Oil Rumble is happening.
Friday
it is. Okay, good to know.
Friday the
24th. Yes.
Friday the 24th, Oil Rumble. Thank you for that. The 5 matches we've got to talk about. We're going to run through them right now.
Have they all been announced? I don't know.
If not, we're announcing them right now.
Sweet. All right, let's do it. I do.
I asked for the graphics, so I'm assuming everything has been announced because usually
if not, you're getting an exclusive here this morning on Love Wrestling CA.
If not, the powers that be usually say, "Hey, don't talk about this one yet." So, fingers crossed, this could be the first time I get in trouble.
He said, "Yes, they've all been announced, and you've retweeted them all."
Have I? Okay. Well, look, you know what? I got a lot going on in my life, man.
Oh,
I hear that.
I love this show.
I love you, Spencer.
Beep, boop,
Mars, the specialist, the LPW Grand Champion, facing off against Michael Richard Blairs, the LPW Challenge Champion for the Oil Kings Cup.
Will there be an actual cup made, or is it a souvenir cup from the Oil Kings?
I watched last night. I was killing some time before the lady came home, and I watched Reed and MRB from the December show, and it was fan-damn-tastic. Tomorrow night, or next Friday, that's, I think, like the main event is going to be awesome, and there's some stakes. I mean, these guys are both champions, so they want to obviously maintain that aura of being champions to come up with a win. There's some stakes, the Oil King Cup, and that's going to be rad.
Yeah, but it's not going to be rad. There's no rads in it. MRB, though, he's partying. He's going to have a good time. But I was just saying, MRB's partying. He's got a good time. He's got a lot coming up this week.
Yeah, he's got a busy little stretch. Because he's got the match with Ben. He's got this match. He's got Victor in Calgary. So, I mean, he's got his hands full to kick off 2025.
But I mean, if there's anybody that can handle that workload, it's him. Now, this one, this is like the Kevin Owens / Sami Zayn Fight Forever rivalry. And I'm here for every chapter they write in this. And I mean, Zoe, we know WWE ID and all that kind of stuff. They don't like each other, obviously, and just every time they go hard because there's just a bit of a professional rivalry between the two of them. And I don't know who I don't want to pick, but that's going to be a good one in front of the big ups.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, Zoe last week was a part of the ASW tournament to crown new women's champion out in BC, which was eventually won by Murphy Mads. Congrats to Murphy. But I like this matchup. These two, you put them in the ring together and you're going to get a good match. That's almost like a guarantee with these two. So I have no doubt that the string will continue, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I talked to TFA a little bit about this match for the Love Pro Wrestling show. She's ready. She's fired up. I did try to get her to. She was very complimentary of Zoe. I'll say that, which rightfully so. And these two have a great chemistry together, so it's going to roll.
Well, I know how she really feels.
We have Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match: the Rads versus Paralira.
So we saw at the end of the last show, the December show, where Larry kind of took the reins of the Rads, had them kind of back away from all the post main event shenanigans. And this is a big test of how he's going to be as a leader, taking on former champions. The Paralier have been on a roll lately, and I think whoever wins this has got to be front of the line for a tag title shot.
Yeah, I mean,
this is for the number one contenders.
Yeah, number one contenders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
So they are going to be in the front of the line.
That's what I said.
You said they should be in the front of the line.
And I'm right. They should be.
They will be.
And they should. I'm the one that calls all these matches. Does that scare anybody?
Beep, boop, bop.
Blair Pacheco is your future
It
husband?
does
Wow, congratulations, Blair.
Well, I'm a
You're going to be the Jeff Jarrett of the Pluggo, Mrs. Pluggo situation.
Can we talk about how awesome it was that MJF obliterated him? That was awesome.
No, you have to stop by Firmly AEW to give those thoughts, or Between Two Beards.
You told me your future husband was going to be on air today. Hi. Oh, yes. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. No.
Congratulations, Blair.
No,
you're the future husband.
Me?
You.
Oh, well,
Mrs. Pluggo doesn't like me.
Really? How could,
That's
as
not true.
Mrs.
She likes
Seinfeld
you.
once said, how can anybody not like you?
No, she doesn't like me.
I think that's a fib. Should be number one contenders.
We have.
Okay, I got to read this very carefully.
A
Boy,
triple threat
whoever
match.
wins this should be number one contender for the Grand.
Stephen Crow versus T.Y. Jackson versus Reed Matthews, a number one contenders match for the Grand Championship.
Three of the top, there's a lot of history between all three of these guys. Three of the top talents here in LPW. You obviously, MRB would like to see Stephen Crow win this and bring that gold back to the clandestine society. Reed Matthews being in this match poses a very interesting quandary, considering the little bit of miscommunication that they had at the end of the December show, where Mars thought Reed might have been making that deal with the devil, which he was not, but just in all the shenanigans, that's the way it appeared. So lots of moving parts in this, and another fantastic match.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering who's going to pull out the victory here, because like Steven and Mars, they have their, history. They put on some incredible matches through the years. So, those two would go at it. T.Y.'s held gold before. So like him and Mars would be a great match. Reed and Mars have their history. I mean, do the Shore Kings explode? So there's a lot of different ways this can go.
The thing that I think about, though, is I think Stephen Crow is the one who may go to more treacherous depths to try to win this than the others will. And that's something to be taken into account. And I also wonder, there's all members of different factions lurking around Rogers Place Center. So I wonder if there'll be some extracurriculars in this one as well.
This could set up war games.
War games. We need another ring and a way bigger venue.
No, you have the right size venue. You just need a bigger ring.
Imagine a War Games match in half the size. So make two smaller rings and make them like really cramped in there. It's just
like those ones that WrestleMania 3 that they drove the guys to the
War Games in one of those
side by side with a little chicken wire fence.
Yeah.
There you go, Spencer. That one's on the house.
And for the LPW Scramble Championship, Will Mantella, Eli Surge, the Canadian Goose, William Taylor, Dean Richter blocking out the haters, and Nasty Nate Nixon.
I did not retweet this because this is the first time I've ever seen this graphic in my life. And if I did retweet this, then I'm concerned about my mental state. Nate Nixon, great debut in December. I quickly became someone who respects his talent. Nasty guy. I like to see him and Dean Richter go one-on-one because they have very similar mindsets as to how they approach a fight. And I think they would lock horns. Man, can I see that again? I'm sorry. Oh man, great to see Wolf Boy back. Goose, former
Goose and Wolf
title
Boy are
holder.
friendship.
This is another one of those scramble matches where it's not necessarily going to be a lot of springboard moonsaults and stuff, but like with William Taylor as well, there's a lot of heavy-handed dudes in this match, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be Eli Surge in this one because there's a lot of heavy fists in this one. Woo.
I would just hang out back and let them all beat each other up and try to sneak in and steal a win here.
I'd hide in that chicken wire gimmick
in that penalty box here at the oil. There's got to be a penalty box. Just hang out there, hop over, steal the win. Birds aren't real. Eli Surge retains.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is LPW Oil Rumble this Friday. So go check it out. Get to watch some hockey too. Get to watch some graps. Eat some popcorn.
Yes, the Oil Kings are taking on, I want to say the Saskatoon Blades, but don't quote me on that.
Get yourself a souvenir cup.
Tickets available at the Ticketmaster. It's a cheap ticket as well. Great quality hockey too. Great venue. If you've never been there before, it's a great chance to check out the Rogers Center place, whichever one it is. I can't remember. But yeah, Oil Rumble was a lot of fun last year. Had a great day. Great positive vibes for everybody. Blaze was last year. Moose Jaw Warriors. I'm sorry, Spencer. Basically, what we learn here is that I don't know anything. Why am I here?
You can't learn something you already know.
Oh, that was deep. Damn. Hey, when is the Notre Dame's taking on the whoever's for the championship?
Monday.
Oh, okay.
Monday. Raw will be an afterthought on Monday.
Who are they playing? The Moose Jaw Warriors or the Saskatoon Blades?
The Ohio State Buckeyes.
And where does this game take place?
The national championship in where are they playing?
Arlington, Virginia.
Dallas or something. I think at Jerry's World. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully Notre Dame.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be tough. That's all I'm going to say. What else we got, Blair? We got a few more minutes before we get out of here.
We have our we started doing it a few weeks ago, where we like to take a look at a show that is upcoming that maybe it is not available for streaming. Maybe, it's, not going to be released until YouTube 8 months from now. Who knows? But we want to give you a little insight because if you're in the area, maybe you want to go check it out. So this week.
That's cool. You guys do that. That's awesome.
We have from AAW, it is the Chi-Town Rumble. So this is happening, as you can imagine, in Chicago. You've got Matt Riddle versus Ren Jones. Sierra versus Maggie Lee for the AAW Women's Championship in a Berwyn Street Fight. You have Beef versus Stallion Rogers. And also appearing in the Rumble, you've got Robert Ego Anthony.
Oh, I haven't seen Robert Anthony in a long time.
Zico, Davey Vega.
I like Davey Vega.
And Joe Alonzo. So if you're interested, if you're going to be in Chicago, go to the aawpro.com for tickets. Grab some tickets and go check out some wrestling. Why not? I mean, it'll be a great time. Have some fun.
Berwyn Eagles Club's a nice place. It's taking a show.
Yeah.
And that street fight, there's a street. Literally, it's not too hard to get to the street, so they might take it to the streets. Literally.
Not just a clever nickname.
Boom.
So we don't have enough time to do a full preview, but I'll just mention that Sunday, January 26th, so that's next Sunday, PWJ, they actually do like wrestling cards. So you can get autographed cards from them. They're putting on a show. It's going to be up on High Spots TV. You got Charles Mason versus Steve Macklin. It's actually like a solid card for like an indie wrestling show, like with, like for something new. Jackson Drake, who's WWE ID versus Tony Deppen in a strong style match. You've got Nick Gage versus Justin Finn, no disqualification. A 4-way involving Eden Gray, Allie Catch, Brittany Brooks, and Emily J.
Could be GCW champion Allie Catch by this time.
Mm-hmm. And Diego Hill versus Jay Bougie versus Casey Navarro versus Braden Toon versus Alan Angels.
I like Braden Toon, even though he's big fan.
And last but not least, I had to work with this one, but Zeta Steel versus Hyan versus Deonna Purrazzo.
Nice. That's a stack card.
Yeah, and it's something different. So it's going to be up on High Spots next Sunday. Why not check it out? That's all they had for the match graphic. I'm like, I'll see how it fits.
That was a Shitty Beatles reference, Spencer. Thank you, brother. I appreciate
not just a clever nickname.
Are they any
Crucial
good?
Crucial Taunt. They're just finished up the set. And then they got the Shitty Beatles. The Shitty Beatles.
They any good?
They suck.
See, there's a movie I've seen. I can help out with that one.
So that is it for this week. You have GCW tomorrow night. PLUGGO's doing watch along, so make sure to check that out.
I think there's like a Wrestling Revolver show or something on Fight Plus or Trailer Plus. Something's going on tonight on Trailer Plus.
Possab.
Let me look. I have it right in front of me. Oh no, there's WXW tonight and International Wrestling Cartel tonight, and bare knuckle fighting. God, I love me some bare knuckle fighting.
For myself, you can find me up on all social media platforms, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcasts, all streaming platforms too. If you want to check out the podcast, I'm here every week with PLUGGO as well, doing For Exposure, where we take a look at the world of independent wrestling. My dude, where can they find you? And then we'll let our guest go.
Oh, well, they can find me at PLUGGO at all social media platforms. Search PLUGGO, you'll find this face. Every Thursday night at Between Two Beards with JPJ. Go to @B2Beards on all social medias to find out what we got going on and who we got coming up. And then, like you said, I'm going to sit and do a watch along on the Love Wrestling Twitch on Sunday night, starting around 7 o'clock. I don't know if I'll do the pre-show too, but I'll definitely do the main card. We'll see how it shakes out. Come hang out.
Laundry's done.
I think that was
too excited. I hit the button.
No, it's his phone is blowing up because he's big timing us.
It's my dryer.
Yep, I know that sound.
Oh, wait, another call from Triple H. No, Tony Khan, you want me to do what for AEW? Oh,
you're the new.
Is that
leaving
Sean
us
Ross
behind.
Sapp? Oh, it's just
Boris, where can they find you?
Thank you guys for letting me come and hang out. I only mean to contribute and not to derail, so thank you. At BB Boris on Twitter, BB Boris 1 on Instagram and Threads. You can find me Wednesday night for the Dynamite Watch Along, usually with Ophelia Payne. A lot of fun through that show, and then we'll be back next Saturday night for Saturday Night Love Botchamania Roulette, which you are both invited to. I know it's a late night, but my door is open.
Well, thank you kindly. So, okay. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Make sure to check out the GCW Watch Along with PLUGGO. It's going to be a good time. Maybe I'll even stop by. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time. Bed Bath & Beyond. Might be a busy day.
Home Depot. I don't know.
Home Depot. But thanks for watching. Peace in the streets.